If you're over 65 and living with diabetes, please stop scrolling and listen carefully. Because what you eat first thing in the morning can either set you up for steady energy and calm blood sugar, or send you on a dangerous roller coaster for the rest of the day. I've worked with hundreds of seniors who tell me the same thing. I don't even eat that much, but my sugar still spikes. And every time, when we look closer, we find the same mistake: breakfast. Most people think breakfast is about coffee and toast, maybe a little fruit, maybe cereal, or a quick smoothie. But here's the truth: after 65, your body changes. Your muscles shrink faster, your metabolism slows down, and your blood sugar becomes more sensitive to every bite of carbs. That's why the first thing you eat in the morning must be protein, real, quality protein. It's not just about muscles, it's about controlling your glucose all day long. See, protein is like a speed bump for your blood sugar. When you start your day with protein, it slows down digestion, stabilizes glucose, and helps your body use insulin more efficiently. And yet, most seniors don't get nearly enough. So today, I'm going to share 5 specific proteins I beg you to eat every morning after 65, especially if you're trying to keep your sugar stable, stay strong, and protect your heart. And at the end of this video, I'll reveal one protein mistake I see seniors make every single day that ruins all their effort even if they're eating healthy. So make sure you watch until the end, because that mistake might be on your plate right now. Let's start with the first one, and it's probably sitting in your fridge already. Protein number 1, eggs. Yes, the humble egg. For years, people were told eggs were bad because of cholesterol. But research now shows that eggs, especially whole eggs, have almost no negative effect on blood cholesterol for most people. They're rich in choline, vitamin D, and amino acids that help your liver and pancreas function properly. And the best part? They're low in carbs. The protein and healthy fats in eggs help you feel full for hours. That means fewer cravings, fewer mid-morning spikes, and more energy to get through the day. If you can, try to eat 2 boiled or scrambled eggs with a small portion of vegetables or avocado. That combination provides the fiber, healthy fats, and protein your blood sugar needs to stay calm. But here's something few people know: the way you cook your eggs matters. Frying them in too much oil, especially vegetable oil, can create compounds that stress your blood vessels. Instead, cook them gently in olive oil or even butter if your doctor allows it. And don't throw away the yolk, that's where most of the nutrients live. Protein number 2, Greek yogurt. Now, not all yogurt is created equal. Most flavored yogurts are full of sugar. But plain Greek yogurt is different. It's thick, creamy, and packed with protein. 1 cup can have 15 to 20 grams of protein, which helps slow down glucose absorption from anything else you eat with it. It also provides probiotics, which improve gut health, something we often overlook when managing diabetes. For seniors, gut health is key because it influences how your body processes carbs and insulin. If you want to sweeten your yogurt, use a few slices of berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, not syrup or artificial sweeteners. The fiber in berries works perfectly with the protein to stabilize your sugar levels. I've had many clients over 70 who told me, when I switched from toast to yogurt and berries, my sugar readings dropped within a week. It's small changes like that create big improvements over time. Protein number 3, cottage cheese. I know what you might be thinking: cottage cheese? Really? Yes, really. It's one of the most underrated proteins for diabetics and especially for seniors. Why? Because it's soft, easy to digest, and provides both casein and whey protein, 2 types that help maintain muscle mass and blood sugar stability. A half cup of low-fat cottage cheese gives you about 14 grams of protein and only a few grams of carbs. It also has calcium, which helps keep your bones strong, a big deal after 65. You can eat it with cinnamon, flax seeds, or a few slices of cucumber or tomato. It's surprisingly versatile. I've seen seniors use it as a breakfast base instead of bread. It's filling, satisfying, and it helps reduce that late morning fatigue that often comes after carb-heavy meals. Now, before we move on to the next 2, I want you to understand something. This isn't about cutting all carbs. It's about balance. When protein takes the lead, everything else falls into place: energy, clarity, mood, even sleep. And remember, I'm not here to sell you a diet. I'm here because I've seen too many people suffer when they didn't have to. People who thought it was just aging when it was actually unstable blood sugar slowly draining their energy, memory, and independence. But it doesn't have to be that way. So, if you're watching this right now, do me a favor. Hit that like button, not for me, but for yourself, because it tells YouTube to show you more content that could literally change your life. And stay with me until the end, because that final mistake I'm going to share might be the one thing standing between you and balanced blood sugar every morning. Let's keep going, because the next protein on this list is something most people ignore, even though it's one of the most powerful tools to balance blood sugar naturally. Protein number 4, steel-cut oats with added protein. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oats? Aren't those carbs? Yes, but the right kind of oats can actually become a blood sugar stabilizer if you prepare them correctly. See, there's a big difference between instant oats and steel-cut oats. Instant oats are processed, quick cooking, and they spike your sugar almost as fast as white bread. But steel-cut oats? They're the pure grain, less processed, higher in fiber, and much slower to digest. The trick is this: oats alone are not enough. You must add protein and healthy fat to them. Because if you eat oats by themselves, you'll still get a sugar spike. But when you pair them with protein, it changes everything. Here's what I tell my clients to do. Make your steel-cut oats with water or unsweetened almond milk. Then stir in a scoop of unsweetened protein powder, a spoon of Greek yogurt, or a handful of chopped nuts like almonds or walnuts. You can also add chia seeds or flax seeds for fiber and omega-3s. This combination turns a simple bowl of oats into a metabolic powerhouse. The protein and fiber slow digestion, the healthy fats feed your cells, and your blood sugar stays calm and steady for hours. One of my clients, her name is Diane, 72 years old, used to eat instant oatmeal every morning with honey and banana. Her glucose would jump to 180 an hour later. After switching to steel-cut oats with a spoon of Greek yogurt and a few walnuts, her readings dropped to 120 and stayed there all morning. She told me she couldn't believe it was the same food. That's the magic of balance, and it's something no medication can truly replicate. Now, before we get to the fifth protein, the one I personally believe every senior should eat daily, I want to remind you, this is not about perfection. It's about small, smart adjustments that protect your energy, memory, and independence. And one of those small adjustments can literally be what you spread on your toast. Protein number 5, nut butters, especially peanut, almond, or sunflower butter. Healthy nut butters are more than a comfort food, they're a secret ally for your blood sugar. They combine plant-based protein with healthy fats that help your body absorb nutrients slowly and evenly. Just 1 tablespoon of peanut or almond butter contains around 4 grams of protein, and when you pair it with fiber, like apple slices or a piece of whole grain toast, you get a balanced breakfast that won't cause sugar spikes. But you have to be careful. Not all nut butters are good for you. Most commercial brands are loaded with sugar, hydrogenated oils, and salt. So, always check the label. The ingredients should say just peanuts and salt or almonds, or sunflower seeds, nothing else. If you're wondering how to include nut butters in your mornings, here are a few easy ideas. Spread it over apple slices or celery sticks. Mix it into your oatmeal or Greek yogurt, or blend it into a smoothie with unsweetened almond milk, spinach, and a bit of cinnamon. That last one, by the way, tastes delicious and can actually lower your fasting blood sugar thanks to the cinnamon. It's one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory spices we have, and it goes beautifully with protein foods. Now, you might be wondering, what about meats or fish? Shouldn't I eat those in the morning too? Great question, and the answer is yes, if it works for your schedule. Some seniors feel better adding a small portion of lean meat or fish in the morning, like turkey slices, salmon, or even sardines on whole grain toast. These are all rich in protein and omega-3 fats that protect your heart and brain. But if you prefer lighter breakfasts, the 5 proteins we just talked about will still do wonders. Here's something powerful to remember. Every bite of protein you eat first thing in the morning is like giving your blood sugar a steady hand. Instead of spiking and crashing all day, you move through the morning with calm energy, better focus, and fewer cravings. I remember one of my clients, Mr. Thompson. He's 78 and used to feel dizzy before lunch every day. We changed his breakfast from toast and orange juice to eggs, Greek yogurt, and half a handful of walnuts. 2 weeks later, he told me, "I don't shake anymore before lunch. I finally feel steady." That's the power of a protein-based breakfast. Now, before we move to the final part of this video, where I'll reveal the one protein mistake most seniors make without realizing it, I want to ask you something. What proteins do you usually eat in the morning? Do you already include any of the 5 I mentioned? Or was there one that surprised you today? Tell me in the comments, I'd love to hear from you, because sharing your routine might inspire someone else watching right now. You never know who might read your comment and think, maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Now that you know the 5 proteins that can transform your mornings, I want to finish this conversation with something very important, because there's one protein mistake I see all the time, and it's the reason many seniors don't see any progress, even when they think they're doing everything right. They're eating protein, but they're eating it at the wrong time or in the wrong way. Let me explain. Many seniors still treat breakfast as optional. They skip it because they're not hungry yet, or they just have coffee and a piece of fruit, thinking they'll eat something later. But here's the problem. By mid-morning, your blood sugar has already dropped. Your body's stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, rise to keep you awake, but they also push your glucose higher. So, when you finally eat, your body is already in panic mode, and your sugar spikes far more than it should. Skipping breakfast is like sending your car down a hill with no brakes, and then trying to stop it halfway. That's why timing matters. Protein should be the first thing that hits your stomach in the morning. Even if it's just a boiled egg, a scoop of Greek yogurt, or half a cup of cottage cheese, it's enough to signal to your body, we're stable, we're nourished. You don't need to panic. I know this sounds simple, but simple changes can be the difference between waking up exhausted and waking up in control. Here's another version of the same mistake: eating protein with too much sugar or refined carbs. For example, adding honey to oats, drinking juice with eggs, or spreading jam over toast with peanut butter. When you do that, your blood sugar still spikes, because sugar always wins the race to your bloodstream. The solution? Let protein lead the way. Eat it first, chew slowly, and then, if you still want a small portion of fruit or carbs, have them after. This one change alone has lowered post-meal glucose readings by 20 to 30% for many of my clients. And I want to share a story that shows exactly how powerful this can be. A few months ago, I was working with a retired teacher named Helen. She was 76, had type 2 diabetes for almost 20 years, and felt like nothing was helping anymore. Her mornings started with coffee and half a banana, because she wasn't hungry. By 10 a.m., her hands would tremble. She'd feel anxious, tired, and often guilty, like she had done something wrong. When we changed her breakfast to 2 boiled eggs, a spoon of Greek yogurt, and a sprinkle of cinnamon, everything shifted. Within a week, her fasting sugar dropped from 142 to 109. She called me in tears, saying, "I didn't think it could be this simple." And it really is, but only if you give your body what it truly needs. Protein isn't just for muscles, it's for your entire metabolism. It helps your liver clear out fat, it helps your pancreas produce insulin more steadily, and it feeds your brain with amino acids that improve focus and memory. That's why seniors who start their day with protein often report not just lower blood sugar, but better mood, stronger energy, and even fewer sugar cravings at night. Here's another trick I often share with clients: the protein anchor. Whenever you eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner, imagine your plate anchored by protein. Everything else is built around it. That one mental shift changes the way you look at food forever. So if your breakfast tomorrow has 2 eggs, that's your anchor. If you have Greek yogurt with berries, that's your anchor. Even a protein shake with a spoon of nut butter, still an anchor. The anchor keeps you steady when sugar tries to push you off course. And yes, it's okay to enjoy your coffee or tea, just try not to drink it on an empty stomach. Caffeine on its own can raise cortisol, which again triggers higher glucose. Have your protein first, then your coffee. Now, I promise to share that protein mistake most seniors make, and here it is in one sentence. They think quantity is more important than timing. But timing, especially in the morning, is everything. Your body has been fasting all night. It's waiting for fuel. If you feed it protein first, you set the tone for the entire day. If you feed it sugar or skip food altogether, your blood sugar goes on a roller coaster you can't control. And one last thing, please don't fall for the myth that after 65, it's too late to make a difference. It's not. Your body is always listening. It can still rebuild, still stabilize, still heal. I've seen people in their 80s improve their fasting sugar just by rearranging their breakfast. It's not about restriction, it's about rhythm. Your body loves rhythm. Wake up, move, hydrate, and feed it protein. Then let the rest of your meals follow that same principle: steady energy instead of spikes and crashes. If you take one thing from this entire video, let it be this: start your day with protein, not sugar. It's one of the simplest, most powerful things you can do for your blood sugar, your memory, and your independence. And before we close, I want to invite you to take this one step further. In the description below, I've linked the natural supplements and nutritional products I recommend for stable blood sugar, the same ones that have helped so many of my senior clients regain control of their energy and daily life. You'll also find them pinned in the first comment, so they're easy to find after the video. If you found value in this message, give this video a like so more people your age can discover it, because honestly, YouTube only shows this kind of information to people who engage. And share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a friend, a family member who might need this reminder. I hope this helps you start your mornings with more confidence and peace of mind. Remember, your breakfast sets the rhythm of your entire day. And when you give your body what it truly needs, it always gives back. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.